What the hell is the Erling Haaland paradox? Well, in the world of football, I see two completely different opinions about him. He is either the best striker in the world, or a League Two player who just has a clinical finishing. Of course, the League Two statement is really exaggerated, but how comes that a striker, who broke the record for most goals in a Premier League season not long ago, is, from some fans, considered to be just an average Premier League player? Let's have a look at the tactical side and why there are so many different opinions about him. And also, please give a like and subscribe to the channel to see more of basic explained football content, and let me know if there are more players like him where people have a vastly different view on the same player. So let's begin. He started his career at 5 years old at Brighton FK. He soon showed that his finishing is out of this world. At 14 years old, he scored 18 times in 14 games for the second team of Brighton FK, and soon after, he got promoted to the first team. He gave his debut for the first team at just 15 years old, but he failed to score in his debut season with the club. Nevertheless, he was offered a trial at TSG Hoffenheim, but he went on to move to Molde, playing under the Norwegian coach, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He compared Haaland's style of play with Lukaku's and said that they have rejected multiple offers from clubs all around the world. In 2018, he won the Eliteserien Breakthrough of the Season award, scoring 12 goals in 25 games at just 17 years old. He went on to play 50 games for the club, until leaving at the 1st of January to Red Bull Salzburg in Austria. He went on to give his Champions League debut for the Austrian record champions against Genk, where he instantly shined, scoring 3 goals in the 6-2 win against the Belgium club. He also scored in the next 4 Champions League appearances against the likes of Liverpool at Anfield and against Napoli twice. In his 5th appearance against Genk again, he scored, coming off the bench, becoming the youngest ever player to score in 5 consecutive Champions League games, and is joining the likes of Lewandowski, Del Piero, Neymar, and Ronaldo, which are the only players to do so. On the 29th of December, 2019, Borussia Dortmund confirmed the signing of Erling Haaland for the January transfer window. He will leave Salzburg, scoring 29 goals and giving 7 assists in 27 games, which is just outstanding. He also won the Austrian Bundesliga and OFB Cup. In Dortmund, he went on to continue where he had left at Salzburg, scoring 3 goals in his debut game against Augsburg, winning Dortmund the game with 5-3. He finished the second half of the season with 16 goals and 3 assists in 18 matches. In the following season, he won his only German trophy, the DFB Pokal, under the guidance of Edin Terzic, beating Leipzig in the final with 4-1, scoring twice in that game. Unfortunately, it would be his only title in Dortmund, leaving the club 2.5 years later in 2022, where he would join the best team in the world at this time, Manchester City. He scored 86 goals and went on to give 23 assists in just 89 games at Dortmund, being the most successful striker in the history of the club. In his first season in Manchester, he went on to break the Premier League record for most goals scored in a single season with 36, and he went on to win the treble with the British club. At the end of the 2022-23 season, he scored 52 times and assisted 9 times in 53 appearances, among them the Champions League round of 16, where he scored 5 times in a single game. This season, where he also went on to have really bad games, he still managed to score 38 times and assist 6 times in 43 games. Unfortunately, the only possible title to win this season is the Premier League, where they are currently first on match day 37, 2 points in front of Arsenal. For everyone paying attention, you would notice that his main focus as a striker is scoring, which he does a lot. And in games in which he doesn't score, he seems invisible. That's the reason why some people would call him a League Two player. But scoring isn't his only task in the game. As a 1.95 meter tall, physical strong player and still one of the fastest players in the Premier League, his second task is to be a target player for the team, often receiving long balls or passes from the midfield, winning the air duels against the opponent and initiating the attack. That's why his assist count is pretty high. His off-ball work is one of the best in the world. That's why he is always in the best position to score, even if they are tap-ins. A movement often seen in his games are the double movement, where he manipulates his marking opponent's positioning. So he does a quick spin off, moving from right quickly to the left, creating space for him in the middle. He then sneaks in behind the opponent and gets into the shooting position because of his outrageous acceleration. This also works in counterattacks, where he just slows down really fast, while the opponent is still running in front. In counterattacks, he not only uses his physical strength to peel of the opponent, he also uses his enormous speed to outrun them. Also, another really important component in Haaland's playstyle is his movement creates space for others. Teams are aware of Haaland's threat, which makes them focus on him, which opens up gaps for his teammates to use. A big weakness is his passing and dribbling ability, which reminds people of just some average Premier League player. This comes from his quick decisioning, where he tries to play as fast as possible, passing the balls to inaccurate and losing the ball often in dribblings. In conclusion, Erling Haaland is without a doubt one of the best players in the world. We rarely saw a player who performs so well on the highest level, scoring against strong and weak opponents regularly. His focus is not only to be a poacher, but also to be a target player, holding up the ball, receiving long balls, winning air duels, and initiate counterattacks. His movement creates space for himself and also for his teammates. His main weaknesses are his dribbling ability and his inaccurate passing. Do you like player-related videos? I also got the idea to make a video about Jude Bellingham and his really special tactical implementation at Real Madrid. Comment down below if you would like to see that. What do you think about Erling Haaland? Is he the best player or striker in the world right now? Could we compare him to Messi and Ronaldo? If he performs as well as now in the future, and which will be his next club? Let me know down in the comments below, and until then, I will see you in the next one.